Well, that was hit pretty good. So we're doing a little product testing up here on the practice tee with Zach Anderson and trying out the new M1.
New M1 from TaylorMade.
Yep. Let's talk a little bit about what the difference with this M1 driver is.
So it's a composite shell which reduces kind of the weight in the crown, so there's more discretionary weight that can be placed in the bottom of the club for both your draw and fade bias, as well as this sliding weight that will either decrease or increase your launch angle. And it comes in two different heads, a 460 model, which will be a little more stabilized from heel to toe, and then the 430 model with a little deeper face, be a spin reducer as well as able to work the ball a little more than the 460 model.
Okay, great. Well, let's that T-bar technology is kind of new for TaylorMade, and taking all that weight off the crown helps move some of the weight down to the like you said, the fade, draw bias, high-low shot trajectory. So let's look at the flight scope numbers.
Sure.
And you can tell everybody what you're looking for when we take a look at these numbers now. Okay, so let's look at the flight scope numbers that you can kind of describe and talk about what the differences are with that new M1 driver.
Sure. So if you see, the first club I hit was actually the R15, which was last year's TaylorMade model. And I was getting about 303 yards a carry for a total of 323. And that was with a ball speed of 167.5 miles an hour. When I switched to the second club, which was the M1 460, I gained about 3 yards of carry distance and 7 total yards. And if you can see, my ball speed increased 3 miles an hour, and that's where that extra distance came in from. As you can see, my spin rates were basically the same with each club, but the new M1, the technology improved my ball speed by 3 miles an hour, thus gaining me 7 total yards. The third club I hit was the 430 model, and I picked up a couple more yards of carry over the M1 460 and 1 more total yard. And that was basically because my ball speed stayed the same as the other M1, but my spin rate was reduced. And that's a product of the model. The 430 with the deeper face allows the golfer to spin the ball less, and with the speed that I had, that improved my carry and also my rollout.
That's great. Well, it's really interesting seeing that using the flight scope and the technology with TaylorMade M1, you can see how it really can help somebody gain some more distance and hit it a little further, and hopefully with shorter clubs in the greens, it makes you play a little bit better too.
Absolutely. And with the 2 different head designs, as well as 16 stock shafts that TaylorMade has, using this flight scope technology, we should be able to find a club head, loft, and shaft combination that can gain you yards